Hoje o depoimento de um militar que viu um Foo Fighter durante a Segunda Guerra Mundial, depois da vinheta. Olá pessoal, eu sou o Edson Boaventura Júnior, sejam bem-vindos ao canal Enigmas e Mistérios e hoje a gente está aí com um depoimento raríssimo, um áudio que foi legendado pelo nosso amigo Rodrigo Moura Visoni. Obrigado aí, Rodrigo. E esse áudio aí tá interessante porque é um dos primeiros áudios onde um militar viu um Foo Fighter. O que era o Foo Fighter? Durante a Segunda Guerra Mundial, muitos militares viam luzes estranhas que por vezes passavam perto dos seus aviões, às vezes perseguiam também os aviões. Os alemães pensavam que era armamento secreto dos aliados e os aliados, por sua vez, pensavam que era armamento espião dos alemães. Acabou a guerra, se descobriu que os Foo Fighters, os famigerados Foo Fighters, eram, na verdade, objetos voadores não identificados que estavam ali espreitando, olhando, dando uma olhadinha na Segunda Guerra Mundial. O depoimento que nós vamos ver, ele foi colhido em junho de 1942, sobre a Holanda. Então é um avistamento aí que foi relatado por um major chamado Raymond Sabinski. É um áudio raríssimo, tá? E a gente vai ver esse áudio agora aí.
In 1942, in June, we went on the bombing mission. I was flying bombers, Wellingtons, over Ruhr, or otherwise so-called Happy Valley. And the trip was, we performed everything what was necessary, dropped the bombs on the target, and on the way back, while we were flying over the Zuiderzee, which is the part of Holland, my rear gunner reported an aircraft approaching from the rear. I told him that if this object comes too close, then we'll have to open the fire on him. And my idea was that perhaps it was a German fighter aircraft equipped with the searchlight in the nose. So when this thing came close, I wouldn't take any chance on it, and I told my rear gunner to give him a blast. So then he opened the fire on him, maybe 200 yards. And at that distance, this object was almost the size of the moon, which was also visible at the same time, maybe possibly a bit bigger. We used the tracers in the machine guns. There were 4 machine guns in the rear turret, and while this rear gunner was shooting, we could follow exactly the trajectory of the shells which were entering that particular target. Now the peculiar thing about it was that those were just going in, and that was the end of it. They wouldn't fall down. And so-called tracers, those tracers would just enter, and that was it. Now, that lasted for possibly, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes. And after that time, this shining object suddenly changed their position, and at a terrific speed moved over to our port side, almost at the same distance, about 200 yards from the wing. And then it stayed there. Of course, then both rear gunner and the front gunner opened the fire on my order, and I could see the tracers entering the target again from under 2 angles, at which I was sure that this was pretty close to 200 yards then, because you could see the angle of crossing the tracers. After a while, it moved up took off at fantastic speed at least 45 degrees angle, and they just disappeared between the stars.
Incrível, né? Esse avistamento feito pelo Major, né? E eu queria pedir para você aí, se você não se inscreveu ainda, se inscreva no nosso canal, nos acompanhe aí nas redes sociais. Se gostou desse vídeo, clica aí no joinha e deixe os seus comentários. E até o próximo programa com Edson Boaventura Júnior.